Going out there, Mr. Dave, here in the rock pile. How y'all doing out there? You having a good day? Hope you're having a good day. We are putting in the last of the rebar and burlap to get ready for shotcrete. Plumbing is in, and you can see that right. Let's see if I can push the button right there. So that's a skimmer. So I'm working on getting that all faux rocked out on both sides. So water will come through here. These guys that do this heavy duty pipe enclosure stuff, they're probably going to put down some pieces that'll come down and just leave, enough underneath it for the water to go through. So the little cool cat paws can't get in there and get too weird. So we're working on that right now. Going to just keep connecting it all. They're going to pour concrete down the bottom, and then it's going to be shotcreted all the way around, plus the boulders on the other side. Shall we walk and talk? See if we can do it. Oh, climbing over this thing. Try not to get castrated. Okay. So there it is in the context of everything else that you can maybe check out. So this establishes the water level. These are the pipe returns down there that are going all the way back. And up underneath our waterfall thing that's going to dump right down where Daniel's still working a little bit. And we have return lines in the pool. There's a big 3 or 4 inch line. That will be just a drain which will go across the street, trenching across here, and then it'll be below water level all the way to the depth of it. This little washout, little ravine they have there that receives a lot of the water flow, overflow when they do clean out the bear exhibit over here. They've got a big pond and water feature there as well. And so just has to trench that right here, connect to that, and then he has a big valve. He can just turn and empty the whole thing out as needed. Otherwise, these are the return lines that go out, and then there's pump back. They're going to be coming here to move the water around. Splits over here, a little bit pushing that way, a little bit more pushing that way out of this little spacer, like a little Baja shelf thing that you can kind of see. So we've got our pre-poured little overhang there. Trying to do that on a shotcrete day is a little more stress. We do have some overhangs here and here a little bit, and that's what the pegboard's there for, just to give it an ease of shotcrete. So the breezes are nice up here. A lot better than full-on burning hot sun. It has been quite toasty around here. And then this section over here, we're just going to blow that all down into the rock. We're going to put plastic down on these sides here, a little bit of a slip sheet sort of thing, so this thing can be a little bit separate from this, and expand and contract accordingly. So this is the faux rock front here. We want to make it look kind of like nature made it, and so that's kind of the focus there. So let's walk around and see the other side. Right there, going to be a boulder on both sides, kind of. Try to hide that little plate that he's used to lift off and change out the basket with the leaves and stuff in it. Filling in the back of this little beach entry kind of thing underneath the rock bubble that we have there. So if you have scrap concrete, you can stick it in there. Might as well use it up. Have some of that same kind of thing going on over here, across the way. Cinder blocks, that'll all take some of the shotcrete, and then we'll build up a boulder and make a boulder out of that. A little stone here, we'll make that as well from that block. Just take up space so to give it something to hold the shotcrete from. These guys are solid. We're going to pour those up on both sides, and we're going to pour that little one solid just like we did this one prior to the shotcrete, just because it's nice to do that kind of stuff again before the big crazy shotcrete. We have our usual burlapping around the outside here. This is what keeps it from just blowing right through. Chicken wire just makes that really super stable. Helps it from peeling off. Still does if you load it up too much. And then here's the pipe to go all the way over the head to jackhammer off this huge footing on both sides to make it more easy to get underneath there. Pops up to the pressurized system here. Everything's capped in the whole pond, and then they fill up the system with water, and there's a little valve right up there, and it's pressurized, so we see if the fittings are all solid all the way across the back. And if they're not, then we figure out where we're losing water, because we want to make sure our plumbing is sound and solid before the big shotcrete day, and it ends up getting totally covered. I mean, totally, man. Totally covered. Isn't that beautiful? Just beautiful. Yeah. Total composition, man. Can you get it? Can you feel the rocky vibe there, guys? Yeah, huh? Not really. So we'll put plastic over this stuff, cover this up, protect the tree of wells, plastic around there, and that big, beautiful boulder, we're going to do that over there as well. But you can kind of see this is the coolest pond. I want one at my house. I really do. That'd be the bomb. La Bamba would be so cool. So let me see if I can jump across without spazzing out. So there you have it. A little bit of steel left over. Some of these old bubbles, some were made in the class that I had. If you want a class, give me an email or a call, and we can set one up for you to show you how to do this stuff. One of the trainings we can have at the house or the studio, as we say, or come out to you. So there you go. Let's see if I push the button back and put my ugly mug back on it. Come on. It's not reversing. All right, well, I smashed it and shaking you guys up who's watching still for enough. So anyways, we will continue on our process here, and we're just giving you a little update here on the vertical format, because I can't turn my camera and make it horizontal, so we're stuck with the vertical. So anyways, hope you have a good day. God bless you. Remember to be thankful and forgiving in your life, in your mind, in your heart and soul. You end up being a blessing and not a curse to those around you and people whose paths you cross. Get ready for Jesus coming back. That is the story. You want to get him in your heart, and he can clean you all up and make you acceptable to God, because he, she, them, or it is perfect. And you can't stand there in the presence of God or be in the presence of God if you ain't cleaned up. And Jesus came so that we might be able to be in God's presence. That's the whole point of his sacrifice. So there you go. Thankfulness, forgiveness, path to a happier life. If you want to learn how we do this stuff, go to davehenderson.podia, Podia.com. And you too can learn how to do this stuff and make rocks and ponds and all kinds of cool stuff. So there you go. Until next time, Mr. Dave checking out. Bye.